One of the most exciting and popular trends now in the window covering world is motorized shades. It's becoming more and more mainstream and less of a luxury item. When considering motorized shades, it's important to realize there are essentially three ways to power the shade. They can be battery operated, plugged directly into an outlet, or they can be hardwired. Today, I'm going to talk about hardwiring your shades directly to your home. In order to do this, you must be in the process of building or remodeling your home, because the shade will have wires running behind the sheetrock, so you will need to be at the stud stage. Whether you are a builder, an architect, or designer that is working on building the house prior to production, or a homeowner that is about to embark on this journey, it's vitally important for you to get this video along with our Austintatious blinds and shutters wiring guide to your electricians and/or your AV team that is laying your low voltage wire. I'm going to walk you through our wiring requirements, specifications, and preferences for your client's upcoming low voltage shade project. In this video, I will show you specifically how and where to drop the wires, how much extra wire we need, and what the home run will look like on the bottom side that will transmit power and data to each shade in the home. First, let's talk about the different types of wiring. Most new homes today are outfitted with a 4-strand wire, which is what we need. These wires need to be 12 to 18 gauge or 20 to 24 twisted 4-strand wire. You can use Cat 5 or Cat 6 cables, although these are not preferred. These will serve power and data to each shade individually. Romex is not an appropriate wiring method for shades. We need one wire for each shade. Many vendors will tell you that you only need to run one wire for multiple window coverings and then daisy chain the power from one shade to the next. This can be done in some cases, however, it all depends on the type of shade you're wiring for, how long it is from the home run, and what type of wiring is used. So it is best practice to have wire brought to each individual window. It is much better to be safe than sorry in this case. Now, let's talk about a home run. A home run is a central location where all wires are brought to a power and data source. Now, based on the number of wires in a home and the distance that each wire is pulled from, there may be multiple home runs in one house. Each home run needs to have an outlet and a data port that the shade power supply connects to. Keep this in mind, because you want the data port, the outlet, and the shade wires pulled within a few feet of one another so they can all plug into the shade power panel. Also, you'll want to take into consideration the best location for the 10-inch by 10-inch shade panel to be installed. Typically, in an AV closet, there will be equipment for other smart home products. You will want to ensure your low voltage team is taken into account. Where will the shade panel be located? Is it close to an outlet and the shade wires? And is there enough space for the 10-inch by 10-inch panel? To have a nice, clean installation and look, your AV team needs to have this planned before the build occurs. Now, let's talk about the location of each wire at the window. Once the wires have been laid, it is very important for the builder or remodeler to understand that these wires must be pulled through the sheetrock to each window. Prior to drywall and insulation, it must be determined where these wires are to be pulled at each window. This is determined by your window covering design consultant. If the shade is mounted on the inside of the casing, then we will like for the wire to be pulled just inside the window casing on the right-hand side. If the shade is outside mounted, we will need it pulled as close to the window opening as possible on the top right-hand side. Once you get to this stage, where the wires are going to be pulled through the drywall, we highly recommend that you call your design consultant at Austintatious Blinds and Shutters to walk the site and mark where we would want and need the wires to be pulled for each opening. Thank you so much for watching this video, and again, we encourage you to download the Austintatious Blinds and Shutters wiring guide and send it, along with this video, to your building and design team so that you are properly wired for motorized shades. And as always, don't hesitate in calling or emailing us at Austintatious Blinds and Shutters for more information or to schedule an appointment.